The individuals depicted have been arrested but not convicted at the time of story postings. This information does not infer or imply guilt of any actions or activity other than their arrest. We make no warranty or guarantee as to the accuracy of this data.
The WHKY News rolls along with the crime report. I'm Ralph Mangum. A Hickory man received a minimum 6-year prison sentence following his conviction for trafficking fentanyl during Catawba County Superior Court last Thursday. Rob Eastwood has the story.
The defendant in this case could spend up to 8 years in prison. He was charged last July following a search that resulted in the discovery of fentanyl, among other items. The defendant reportedly admitted to police that he had been selling fentanyl. 37-year-old William Thomas Ray Miller was given the active term of 6 to 8 years by the Honorable Karen Edie Williams, Superior Court judge from Mecklenburg County, after he entered a guilty plea. He also will be required to pay a mandatory fine of $500,000. During a probation search on July 3rd of last year, Miller was found with a black pouch that he said contained fentanyl and U.S. currency. Officers found white powdery substances, crystal rock substances, and blue powdery substances in various locations in the residence and the defendant's vehicle, along with more money and items of drug paraphernalia. The defendant told officers he had been selling some of the drugs. The substances were sent off to the state crime lab for analysis and were confirmed to be a trafficking amount of fentanyl. The case was investigated by the Catawba County Sheriff's Office. So once again, a 6 to 8 year prison sentence for William Thomas Ray Miller, who entered a guilty plea in a case involving the trafficking of fentanyl. That plea was entered last week here at the Catawba County Justice Center. Reporting from Newton, I'm Rob Eastwood, WHKY News.
Thank you, Rob. 57-year-old Barry Wayne Stewart entered an offered plea to possession with intent to sell or deliver a controlled substance within 1,000 feet of a park. He was sentenced to 26 to 44 months in prison during a recent session of Iredell County Superior Court. In an offered plea, a defendant does not admit to a criminal act and asserts his or her innocence, but accepts imposition of a sentence, recognizing that there is likely sufficient evidence to convict. Stewart is being held at the Piedmont Correctional Institution in Salisbury. With yet another scam warning, here is WHKY's Arianna Mack.
Watch out. Caldwell County Sheriff Kevin Bean is warning the public about a scam targeting families with loved ones in jail. Scammers, who usually identify themselves as an officer, most recently Sergeant Walker or Lieutenant Logan, contact family members of inmates claiming they can help get the inmate into a rehab program and released on an ankle monitor. The catch is they ask for an upfront fee to make it happen. The decision to put an inmate on an ankle monitor or into rehab comes from the court, not from a deputy at the sheriff's office or from any officer from any department. Never send money or personal information to anyone making these claims. If you receive one of these calls, report it immediately to your local authorities. Again, this is a scam. These individuals are not affiliated with the sheriff's office, the jail, or any legitimate rehab services. If you have any doubts, call the Caldwell County Communications Center at 828-758-2324 before you send money to someone you don't know. I'm Arianna Mack for WHKY News.
Thank you, Arianna. That'll do it. Thank you for joining us on the Crime Report. For WHKY, I'm Ralph Mangum, reminding you to keep it clean and to keep it legal.